Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Today we have some big news for Husker football fans.
Initial plans for the renovation of Memorial Stadium have been approved, and Channel 8's Veronica Barreto has more in our top story tonight. Veronica?
The massive project comes as the venue is celebrating its 100th anniversary. Today, the University Board of Regents approved an initial contract to start planning how this renovation would look like. The goal is to make this stadium more fan-friendly for decades to come.
There's no doubt that college athletics, and especially in a state that all 2 million people, the state of Nebraska, they care about Husker football. We want to make sure that their stadium is relevant for the future.
The Board of Regents approved a contract with HDR. The company will conduct planning and design for a fee of $1.1 million.
And what was approved today is to continue on with planning for the range of options or the big plan.
The final cost for the entire project is expected to be between $200 million and $700 million. Even though they are on the initial phase, they have some changes in mind.
Changing seating, concessions, the access points in and around the stadium, security, even things like moving the student section to be a more viable place inside the stadium.
Some of the changes might include expanding areas, but also less capacity.
It's likely not going to be a 90,000 seat stadium when this is done. It'll be something less, maybe closer to 80,000 or even a little bit less, because people have gotten bigger. They expect to have a little more space where they sit. They really told us they'd like it to be a little bit more comfortable.
University administrators emphasized that no public tax dollars or student fees will be used on the project. They say many of the renovations would be oriented for the younger public.
Not only do we keep the fan base that we have, but we attract a younger fan base that's now coming up through university and getting them excited for the future.
They say they will be hearing from fan recommendations through surveys, so we talked to some fans today on what improvements they would like to see.
More areas to buy food because it always gets super packed during halftime.
I think ice cream is really the answer. It speaks to young people and it brings them in.
I think they should do something like the Salt Dog Stadium where there's like a little place for little kids to play. That's like really nice, like just family, a nice place for family time.
University administrators say these changes might give space to cheaper tickets. They will be conducting surveys to get feedback from fans. For more on this story, you can visit KLKNTV.com.
I'm sure a lot of opinions out there. We heard some of them in your story. Thank you very much, Veronica.